Hey everyone, my name's Goldfire Prime, and welcome back to the show. So, got a new intro, definitely gets you pumped up to see one of my videos. So anyways, I want to talk about something that I had been wanting to talk about for the longest time. No more distractions, no more delay. Here it is. Transformers. They do not make them like they used to. And here's why. So, ever since the Prime Wars trilogy, I have been noticing like a really big dip in quality. How a lot of Transformers are using a smaller part count, less paint apps. They just seem really cheap and lackluster. And it's one of the reasons why I missed out on the the War for Cybertron trilogy, like a huge chunk of it, because I did manage to get a couple of Kingdom figures. Um, because I noticed how like those figures they just look really cheap, really poorly made, and also the fact that money was really slim at the time, so uh, I could only afford Legends class Transformer figures, and so yeah, that's another thing we're going to talk about, price. But first, quality. Like, the plastic that they use on Transformers now is really cheap. It is, like, really cheap knockoff material. It has, like, a weird smell, too, that's probably toxic. And, like, the plastic, it easily breaks. Like, it easily gets stressed. It easily gets cracked. And everything. And like it just ruins the transform figures, and especially how transformation now on transformers is really hard. It requires you to like bend and flex the plastic. Like this plastic is not gonna withstand that much stress. It's gonna, like, these guys are gonna break sometime soon. And part count part count has been going down significantly. Like, it definitely makes the figure feel lazy in design. And a good example of this is, as I like to call him, Blue Streak over here. I love this figure. I think he's a great figure. Definitely a really good representation of the Datsun brothers. But since you gotta keep the part count in the minimum, you you can't have those windows in separate parts. The entire legs has to be made of clear plastic. And that really bugs me. It really frustrates me. And not to mention how like the paint they use now, like how they use less paint, and also the paint that they do use is really cheap. It's really thin, because with Kingdom Tracks over here, when I was taking picture for his thumbnail, the board in the back, it fell on him. And I noticed how there was now blue streaks on it. And I was like, how did that get there? But it was because of Tracks. How, like, I'm sorry. The paint is, like, really thin. And it easily gets scratched off. Like, look at this. Look at this guy. He now got scratches. Like, his paint, it's just really cheap. And it's not just him. It's also, like, a bunch of other figures, too. And like the quality control, also how like this guy, he came out of the box with a cracked panel on his leg. And not to mention the tolerances too, like how some parts are really tight. The hinge on the other leg for the panel on it, since it was so tight, when I was opening it up, it got really stressed. And part of it could be my bad, but at the same time, just wouldn't have happened if the hinge was just a little looser, just a little looser. Like, really bad tolerances, and a lot of stuff don't tab in correctly too when transformation, and also how transformation is like really really hard now. A bunch of stuff gets in the way. It's just so excruciating and painful. You feel like you're gonna break the figure. And a lot of that is because of like clearance issues as well. Like those definitely play a role in that. And also the fact that transformers are getting really small too. Back then, a deluxe class transformer was 5.5 inches, at least when it comes to figures that came out around the 2000s to like maybe mid 2010s ish, and now it's just 5 inches, and sometimes 4.5, sometimes just 4. Like they're just getting really smaller. And now let's get to a different category: price. Lately, the prices had gone up significantly. I distinctly remember back when the deluxe class transformer ran you for around $12 to $15, depending on where you get. Because this is like around my time, around the early 2010s ish, and also the fact that like there was also lines like Thrilling 30 and those Fall of Cybertron figures, and they're really great compared to like these guys. Like, yeah, they look more accurate, and that's what I really love about modern day Transformers. But that's the thing, they only look good. Whereas back then they were a lot bigger, they had like better quality and stuff like that. They felt like you're getting your money's worth. But now it feels like you're kind of wasting it a bit. And like Transformers is just becoming a line that, no, just toys in general, it's just becoming a thing that only collectors could enjoy, and children have to like wait till it's their birthday and they are lucky to get like maybe one transformer figure that's probably like a deluxe class transformer. And now let's get on to something really important: distribution. Distribution is a really big one because there's been plenty of times where I wanted a Transformers figure when I heard that a lot of people are now finding it. It already came out and stuff like that. But like the distribution is really bad, especially like around here, because uh, I remember when Studio Series Bumblebee movie Wheeljack first came out, and I remember like when people were finding him too in stores and all that, and I really wanted to get him because he's the best live action representation of Wheeljack ever. And when I looked, Walmart, Target, wasn't there. Wasn't there. Oh, but they got the new Legacy stuff. They got the new Legacy stuff. Like, my best bet for a Wheeljack is to get him online. And I can't even get him, like, on the spot. Like, on the very day. Like, it, it just, like, really, really bugs me. The distribution and all that. How hard it is to find Transformer. And how they're now going to be, like, way more valuable and rare. And, yeah. And I know I'm gonna get off topic here, but like another thing about Studio Series, since I like to harp on Studio Series a lot, like, yeah, that Wheeljack, it looks great. It looks like one of the best Smarty Transformers I ever seen. Like, still, when they do like figures based off the first three Michael Bay movies, it's really ruining uh my love for Transformers, because just recently they announced Studio Series Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, and that is an insult to me. That is an absolute insult to me, because this Bumblebee is the best movie trilogy Bumblebee figure ever. I wish that this guy got retooled to be classic Camaro Bumblebee, or Concept Camaro Bumblebee. Because, like, this guy, he's, like, the best. He's the very best. And they just, like, doo-dooed all over him. Just like how they do with a lot of Studio Series figures. How you're just better off trying to find the original movie figures. And how they'll definitely be way more worth the price than Transformers now. Because, like, you're getting an old, rare Transformer that's not really valuable and stuff like that. You feel really good instead of just like, oh, there's a modern day Transformer that I spent $25 on. Hooray. And yeah. But don't worry, there is light in the end of the tunnel for modern day Transformers. Although all hope may seem lost, I am very worried that Transformers and toy collecting in general might come to an end one day, especially Marvel Legends with what's going on with them and stuff like that. And really hope that does not happen to Transformers anytime soon. But in the meantime, we do got some really good modern day Transformers too. Such as, this is Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Origin Bumblebee, and he is one of the best Bumblebee figures ever. And he is my most favorite modern day Transformer. Yeah, I know I was over exaggerating when I said he was the best. Okay, he's my most favorite. He's my most favorite, alright? And like the engineering is really good. It's impressive for a little guy too, on top of that. And like the QC is pretty good too. And like the tolerances, they're alright, they're alright. The transformation is pretty simple too. Like a few little ups and downs there, such as like the arms not being able to open up. But that was probably because I was doing it on camera. But like, he's just really good. He's definitely worth $23. Or since I got him on clearance, $12. And also Kickback for the new Transformers Legacy. He's a really good Transformer too. Like, since this guy, he has a simple transformation, he's able to pave the way for a more solid figure. Like, he's built like a brick in a good way. He really reminds me of old Armada figures. I mean, although I never had any Armada figures, he seems like it because like he's all nice and solid too. He feels like a toy that's meant to be played with. He feels like he could handle wear and tear, and that's great. So yeah, they are able to make good figures, surpass all the limitations and all that. So you're better off getting the figures that you truly want. You truly want to spend money on. And like ones that really look good, or they make your favorite character, stuff like that. And also, you don't have to pay full price. You could like look for these guys in discount, or in discount stores in general, like TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls. They have Transformers sometimes, like actual mainline Transformers, and also shopping sites too, such as Walmart.com. Like, they get a huge sale once it's the holiday season and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Transformers nowadays, I have a love and hate relationship to them. But they still could be more than meets the eye. So, yeah, that's a video discussing modern day Transformers. I know this has been a really long video, just me talking and all that. I know it could be a bit annoying, but for those who bared with me and watched this video, I thank you very much. So, yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss any of my new videos. And you can follow me on Instagram, same name, Goldfire Prime. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.